Losing weight was the hard part. Congratulations. But how do we exactly go about keeping this weight off through reverse dieting? The first thing we must cover is what exactly is reverse dieting. This is a method of transitioning from weight loss to your maintenance, which means keeping the weight off if I simplify the terms here. The whole idea of reverse dieting is you slowly add back in calories up until you reach your maintenance, because your maintenance is going to be higher than what your deficit calories are. So if you lost weight eating a certain amount of food, you can actually bring up your food intake a little bit higher and still maintain the exact body fat and the exact body weight that you were previously. Of course, there might be some water weight fluctuations, but at the end of the day, your fat percentage is going to stay the same. We reverse diet because frankly, if you stayed in a deficit forever, you would lose weight to the point where you would die, correct? So it's just a simple way to sustain your new body weight if you are satisfied with the level of body fat that you are. So how do we practically reverse diet? The first thing we want to know is our maintenance calories. You can either do this numerically and get all the data, or you can just kind of eyeball things, but I personally would recommend to be a little bit more accurate with this if you don't want to gain back any fat. What we do is we figure out our maintenance. So you either get the number, you track your calories for the day, you track your calories for the week and divide by 7, or if you don't want to track calories, just figure out exactly what foods you're kind of eating. Based off of this, we're going to add 250 calories back into our diet. If you're not tracking your calories, just add in like a couple of apples, add in maybe a couple 200 grams of chicken breast, add in maybe like 70 extra grams of rice within your diet, and then weigh yourself every single day for the next 2 weeks. Your weight should go up a little bit because you're going to pick up some water weight by adding just a little bit of extra food. All the food that you eat does hold some amount of water, so this is normal. But after around 2 weeks, your weight should stabilize. If it's still going down, that means you should add another 250 calories and repeat this process. Typically, you're going to have to do this 3 to 4 times to actually come back up to your maintenance, which does sound a lot, but this is just how it works. Your metabolism speeds up as you add more calories into your diet, and thus your maintenance will be far higher than you can logically conceive it to be. So you go through this process, you add 250 calories, wait 2 weeks. If your weight's going down, you add another 250, and you keep doing this up until you hit a point where your weight doesn't drop anymore, or it actually starts going up over the 2 weeks. Once you reach that, if it's going up, then try to remove 100 calories up to the point where you can stabilize your weight for 2 weeks straight. This is your new maintenance for the time being. Of course, as time goes on, your metabolism is probably going to speed up even more, so then you're going to be able to eat more calories, but this is kind of like the main principles. For this reason, I would still recommend to measure your weight for the next month, because then you can kind of adjust if your metabolism does decide to speed up over the month. Lastly, we must cover some common mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes when it comes to reverse dieting is simply getting freaked out over water weight fluctuations. When I was first going through this, I completely got terrified because I would eat like an extra 250 calories and my water weight would go up like 2 pounds for the entire week. And me thinking that this water weight was an increase of fat, I would lower my calories back down, which then put my body into a chronically over dieted state, which is not good. I was constantly at a deficit and I could literally never get back up to my maintenance because I was just scared of putting on fat. You're not going to put on as much fat as you think. The next big mistake that we can cover is junk food. Never reverse diet with junk food. If you're going to reverse diet, simply add in a little bit more healthy food that you're already eating to diet. Typically, when reverse dieting, your body is just so hungry. You've been deprived of this very fantastic tasting food for so long that if you get even a single taste of this, you may completely rebound and just fumble your whole diet. I've seen this myself. Don't try to test your willpower. If you want to 10x your fat loss, press the first link in the description and join our free Skool group. I also recently just made a free fat loss masterclass, so check that out. If I give you anything of value, consider subscribing, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.